Hello everybody and welcome back to a whole new day here on our little farm, our small farm as it were. Today is yet another chicken project, quelle surprise. There are going to be a lot of chicken projects coming up. I kind of warned you about this because the chickens have arrived and day by day we're learning that we need new things for them. Today I'm taking care of entertainment. Since I don't have a TV that I can throw in there for these guys and I don't really see them playing anything more advanced than good old classic Nintendo, I figure we should probably go with some sort of food-based entertainment. We can see that the improvement of the water pail definitely working. We can see two hens feeding from the food dish at the same time, so that is working. And Fluffbutt over there seems to be cleaning herself off. I'm taking to the habit now. Well, I decided this morning that I would be taking to the habit of scraping the compost pile back together to create kind of a mountain, and over the course of the day they can kick it around and in the morning I'll scrape it back up. Should mix it together and, well, help provide them with some entertainment, like I was saying. Poor puppy's still just going crazy back there, so if you hear him whining, don't worry, he's outside, he's fine, he just wants to go lick chickens. We have a whole bunch of cucumbers because one of our neighbors was just so awesome. He gave us like 4 bags of these things. There's no way we're going to be able to eat them in time, so I thought we would see about, well, how the chickens feel about them. And we've got a bit of cabbage here that's not quite gone, but pretty darn close. So I've seen a lot of people tying these up with like strings and dangling them in the chicken coops for basically like a tetherball type toy. We're going to do that. We'll get to that in a minute. There's some concern about the amount of protein that these chickens are getting. So I did some research. I asked in yesterday's video, and other people are feeding their chooks, well, good old dry cat food. It's got a 30% crude protein. So that's almost twice what you're going to get in layer feed, and surprisingly 3 times what you get in moist cat food. So I'm going to give them some of this, just like a handful a day as a bit of a treat, and hopefully we can build up their feathers faster, get them through their molting, and get them back into, well, being happy, healthy hens. These, on the other hand, they're going to have free access to play with. Let's get to making a support structure and then tying these up. So it's a little awkward here. I made this for the chicken's comfort, not my own, but I found a nice long branch that I'm going to screw in with some 4-inch decking screws to create a support along the corner. And then we're just going to dangle our toys from there and let the chickens have a little fun. So I'm going pretty simple here. Kind of a granny knot situation. I have no idea how well this is going to work. Messed myself up with the way I put my string down. Train. I don't really know how to do a cross type situation on there. I'm sure they'll knock that down eventually, but then they can play with it on the ground. Wonder how much string I need for this. Let's give it my height and I'll tie it up from there. That works. Did I bring a knife? Becomes the question. So with our cabbage here, we've got kind of part of it sliced off. Just figure postal style, I guess. Kind of over it once. Up over it again. There's 1,000,001 geese going by, and a train, and all kinds of things. So I'm going to hit that one more time. Oh. I lost track of which end is which. These projects would be a lot more, a lot easier if I was a slightly more organized bear, but I'm not. And we're going to tie that up fairly snug. I'm going to try to anyway. Can I get a finger from my lovely camera muse? Thank you very much. And the moment of truth. Seems to hang. Okay, I'm going to cut this extra little bit of string off there. And I guess we'll go hang these in the chicken pen. Alright, so just going to tie this up. Pretty straightforward. Let it dangle. Spin, twist. The hens are already looking at it like, what the heck is that? Giving it the eye. And of course the screaming dog. Alright, so we're going to tie up the cabbage very similar fashion. Hoping I left enough string on that. And I did. Maybe. They might have to work for this one. Oh well, when you get treats for free, you're spoiled. So, they can work. Actually, I think that's about the same height as their watering nipples, so that'll probably be just fine. Alright. So the string that I had the cabbage on had a very weak bit in it. I turned my back, the string broke, the cabbage fell. So it's now up against the wall, over behind the chicken bucket. And in the meantime, we'll listen to the dog whine and see if the hens have any interest in a dangling cucumber. Alright, well, it doesn't look like they have any interest in that at this time. Once they get used to it, though, I'm sure they'll start playing with it. There's some pretty curious hens, you know. Definitely enjoying the improvement to their food bowl situation. Alright, folks, thank you for joining me today. I'll let you know in the future whether or not they actually end up going for either of these options. That hanging cabbage over there. I suppose it might be a little too tall for them. I may retie that on a better piece of string over with the cucumber a little bit later. Still dangling there untouched. But yeah, we'll see. Chicken toys, take one. Thanks for joining me, everybody.